Grace and peace, everybody. This is Dear Will Christian doing something different. You've heard people talk about stories before, and I want to give a shout out to AD over at AD Robles YouTube channel because he did an outstanding video today talking about how we take in stories and they could be complete foolishness, they could be complete lies, and we take in the story and it kind of changes the way we look at things. So, for example, the story of evolution. We've heard it so many times, it's been told to us so many times that now we actually think that it's viable and that it's an option, when in actuality it's foolishness. It's insane. So there's so many instances of this where we've embraced a story that has now really changed and reshaped and reoriented the way we see the world. So again, like we can believe that, oh, it's okay for the government to promote things that contradict what God believe or what God has told us to do. That's perfectly okay for the government to do that. And it sounds crazy when you think about it, but that's what we've done. And it's because we've embraced other people's stories. And so I encourage you to go check out AD's video over here today. I thought it was a really good video. I'm gonna just let him tell you the story. It was really good, and it really gave light to what we're going to talk about next, which is a video that Woke Preacher put up. So check out AD over at AD Robles on YouTube and on Gab. So let's appreciate that. Thank you so much, AD. I want to talk to you today, and I want to show you how embracing false narratives, how embracing foolishness and just outright shenanigans not only plays a role in reshaping and reorienting how we see the world, but it changes the way we preach. It changes the way we treat God and God's church and Christ's people. So we're going to look at a snippet from a sermon from a New Life church in Jacksonville, Florida, where Bishop Register is allegedly, let's just check it out. I don't know how to say it another way. Let's just see what this gentleman is talking about today.
In the text this morning, when Gideon finally gets an encounter with God, his first conversation to God was, why is their situation the way it is?
And that's actually a decent retelling of the story. I'm gonna believe that he read the whole passage, but the story of Gideon's story is very unique. Un momento, please. Un momento. I'm back because family issues coming up. But anyway, so let's finish. I believe that, hey, the way he told the story, Gideon did ask the Lord, why are we in this situation? He was in a wine press beating out the wheat and such like that. He's like, why have we gotten ourselves in this position? So that was that was not bad. Let's go.
And everybody should be able to explain why the world is the way. Listen, Stacey Abrams didn't.
And immediately, this is what happens a lot of the time, is people take the word of God and they immediately take the story. They immediately take what's happening in the text and they apply it to the modern day parlance. So you hear already, he's starting to talk about Stacey Abrams. Let's back up a little bit. He's starting to talk about Stacey Abrams as it relates to her election defeat this past week. Let's go.
Should be able to explain why the world is the way. Listen, Stacey Abrams did not win the governorship in Georgia. It's not because she wasn't a good candidate.
I challenge that she wasn't. I challenge that was part and parcel to why she didn't win. But let's continue.
Come over here. It's not because she wasn't smart. It's not because she was some kind of a left-wing nut, a communist.
Wait. You can't overlook her left-wing nut communist ideologies. You can't overlook that. Those were real. Those are not things that were made up and conjured up. Those are real. She can't. You can't just overlook that, Bishop Register. You can't do that. But let us continue.
That's not why she lost the election. She lost the election.
Okay, here it comes. So he says, not because she wasn't smart, not because she wasn't a good candidate, not because she was left wing and communist or anything of that nature. Here it comes. This is why Stacey Abrams lost. And this is the story. And again, the reason I started out by saying that we believe stories, because this story has been told every time. Every time a black candidate doesn't win, this story is told. So here it comes.
Because white people don't normally vote for black people.
White people don't vote for black people. So Obama never won. I guess Obama never won because he needed white people to vote for him. Stacey Abrams did, in fact, get quite a few white votes in the state of Georgia. So that logic doesn't even make any sense. But wait, it's actually going to get worse.
Oh, y'all don't want to talk in here. Listen. White people not only don't vote for us, but they don't go to our church either.
Maybe they would. Maybe they wouldn't go to your church because you sit there and say this kind of dumb stuff, Bishop Register. I'm just saying, maybe so. Maybe they don't come to your church because they don't want to sit there and be browbeat with this foolish kind of talk. Because in a moment, he's going to say something that's astronomically out of control. But maybe that's why they don't come. But to say that white people don't, just think about that. That means every black candidate would lose because there's not enough white people to elect them on a national scale. So definitely no states, definitely no national races. Like, well, how would a white person, I'm sorry, how would a black person win if white people don't vote for them? This doesn't work, but this is the story that you've embraced, Bishop Register. You've embraced shenanigans. You've embraced a comedy and you've treated like it's real. This is a fiction story that you're embracing as real.
Now you ask me why, I don't know why. They'll go to your rap concert, they'll go to your boxing matches, they'll watch you shoot baskets, they'll even watch you hit a golf ball. But when it comes to church and when it comes to them sitting under you, they have a problem with that.
Okay, so he's making emphatic statements, and he's going to make another statement in a second. I'm like, whoa, bro, slow that down a notch. So again, you'll come to your rap concerts, they'll come to your concerts, they'll come to entertainment, and they won't come to your church, and they don't want you to lead and rule over them. So again, there's never been black mayors, there's never been black governors, there's never been black lieutenant governors or senators or congressmen or presidents or vice presidents. Never has happened because you need white people to vote for you.
No problem with that. And everybody knows that Herschel Walker is not a qualified candidate.
Okay. You know what? I have said this on the show that I didn't think Herschel Walker was a good candidate. So me and Bishop Register agree. But wait.
How in the heck did he get so close to winning?
Because white people voted for him, sir. You just said white people don't vote for black people, but Herschel Walker almost won because of white people. That doesn't work, sir.
Because white people, and I love them, and I'm not being racist right now.
Wait, you heard it? I'm not being racist right now. So he's admitting that he has been racist. The things that he said are racially motivated. And this is allegedly in the church. This is allegedly happening on the Lord's Day from the Lord's sacred box. He should be preaching and sharing with us, saith the Lord. This is what he's doing.
I'm talking about the world that we live in. They would rather vote for him than vote for somebody who is competent and black.
But Herschel Walker is black. So what is it that you're saying, sir? I don't get it. Herschel Walker is black. So is Raphael Warnock. What is it?
Because they still see somebody black and competent as a threat to their existence. So
he wonders why nobody comes to his church.
I'm just trying to talk a little bit in here. That's all.
You can talk. But what you're saying is fiction. What you're saying is story. What you're saying is shenanigans, sir. I'm sorry. The idea and the notion that the only reason Stacey lost is because white people don't want to vote for her, but they will vote for Herschel Walker, well, because he's incompetent. That doesn't make sense. Now, maybe you could say, hey, Stacey's more competent than Herschel Walker, but you got to ask yourself, why did they not vote for Raphael Warnock then? Because again, you've already said that white people won't vote for black people, but they clearly did. Clearly. So what is the deal, sir? This is the problem, because this is apparently, again, the Lord's church, the Lord's congregation, the Lord's people. He is an under shepherd. Bishop Register is an under shepherd, should be sharing and teaching and preaching what thus saith the Lord. That's not what thus saith the Lord. But this is what gets passed off in churches every day, twice on Sunday. Sad to hear. So I appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much. If you're not buying into the story, if you're not buying into the shenanigans and the excuses and the blame shifting, do you mind going ahead and liking this video and subbing to the channel? I look forward to interacting with you more and such like that. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace. Take care.